This is Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for February 19, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was down 0.21 points or 0.05% to 409.8. Total trade volume was up, with 33,295 shares changing hands at a total value of 196.4 million real, or about $48,900. On the main board, 3 stocks were up. Leading the market was Royal Group Phnom Penh SEZ, up 0.46% or 10 real to 2,170 real per share, followed by Phnom Penh Autonomous Port, which was up 0.43% or 60 real to 14,080 real per share. The Sihanoukville Autonomous Port was also up 20 real to 11,820 real per share. On the downside, 2 stocks were down. The biggest loser of the day was Grand Twins International, down 0.33% or 20 real to 6,120 real per share, followed by Akleda Bank, which dropped 0.28% or 20 real to 7,180 real per share. The remaining 4 stocks on the main board stayed flat. Over on the growth board, JS Land was up 0.98% or 30 real to 3,080 real per share, while DBD Engineering was down 0.48% or 10 real to 2,060 real per share. Akleda Bank recorded the highest trade volume of the day, with 12,364 shares changing hands at a total value of 88.7 million real, or over $22,000, approximately 37% of Wednesday's total trade volume. Grand Twins International recorded the second highest trade volume of the day, with 11,785 shares changing hands at a total value of 71.5 million real, or about $17,800, which is around 35% of the total trade volume on February 19th. In other market news, more companies listed on the CSX have released their financial statements for Q4 2024. Grand Twins International's revenue from sales in the fourth quarter of 2024 was recorded at $24.6 million, which was an increase of 8% compared to Q4 of 2023. The garment manufacturer also shared its revenue from different export markets around the world, with exports to the EU representing 42% of the total revenue, followed by exports to the United States at 37%, exports to Asian countries at 16%, and exports to other countries at 5% of the total revenue. Overall, Grand Twins International recorded a total revenue of $82.6 million in the 12-month period of 2024, which was a 1% increase compared to the year before. However, the company's net profit was only $6.59 million, which was a 56.02% decrease compared to 2023. Akleda Bank also announced that its next bond has been approved for listing on the Cambodia Securities Exchange on February 24, 2025, with an aggregate amount of 343.45 billion real, or approximately $85 million, and a maturity date of 7 years from 2025 to 2032. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD weakened to 4,016 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was up to 107.15. Looking at global commodities, oil prices edged up on Wednesday amid worries of oil supply disruptions in the US and Russia, and as markets awaited clarity on the Ukraine peace talks. Brent crude futures were up 41 cents or 0.5% at $76.25 a barrel, and possibly set for a third day of gains. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures for March rose 44 cents or 0.6% to $72.29, up 2.2% from the close on Friday, after not settling on Monday because of the President's Day public holiday. The March contract expires on Thursday, and the more active April contract gained 42 cents or 0.6% to $72.25. Gold prices held steady, with investors watching out for peace talks after U.S. President Donald Trump's administration agreed to conduct more discussions with Russia on ending the war in Ukraine. Spot gold steadied at $2,938.13 an ounce, but was only $4 shy of its all-time high of $2,942.70 hit last week. U.S. gold futures added 0.2% to $2,956.20. As of the time of the Cambodian market's closing, stock indices were little changed. The Dow Jones Industrial Average and the Nasdaq Composite each rose less than 0.1%, while the S&P 500 gained 0.2%. This was Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for February 19th.